right, checking in on morning 2 of the Nomad Adventures of Chef Without Borders. I mean, literally just turning into a gypsy, it feels like. Last night was cold, but I was not. I am hooked up with power this morning, or all of last night, and almost feel like an exchange student who has these host families who have taken me in. And the first family I stayed at their farm with the cows, beyond gracious, literally made a way as they trimmed trees for me to make it back to what they felt was the best spot for me to camp out at. Brought me ice because I forgot to get ice on the way in. It wasn't like you just kind of come and go as you please. You're at a hotel. And then brought me water, and my host parents, as I like to refer to them, brought me out a generator, which I didn't use, but I still have with me. And it was a phenomenal stay. While I was there, I was messaged by another one of that family members and said, well, you can come stay here at our house. So I've moved on to my next host family, out here staying right at their pond. I'm maybe 30 yards from the pond. It's got horses in the backdrop. The sunset is just beyond beautiful. And I stayed super warm last night. I got a space heater in here that just heats this thing up like an oven. And then I plugged in my heating pad because I sleep with that every night anyways. And I think I'm parked 4 foot from their vehicles. And I never heard them leave this morning. That's how good I slept. They have the sweetest little girl who had entertained me all day yesterday. I've got most of the day today to kind of just live and be in the moment. I'll crack some more pecans. Or pecans, however y'all want to say it. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'll get my fly rod out. I got my fly rod out yesterday. Haven't had it out in about 2 years. And had one on the line and got so excited that it went off. That was a bummer, but still got it. Other than that, last night, as a thank you for them extending an offer to allow me to come stay on their property, I said, I will cook you dinner. And so I posted pictures last night and a TikTok as well of how that dinner went. The pictures don't do justice, the fellowship, and just the absolute fun that we had. It was impromptu. The stay here was impromptu. It was such a good time. You don't know how soul cleansing it is, how recharging it is. And I met them like 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, and just met his wife yesterday. No, I lie. I met her briefly at the car show on Friday. They really don't know me from Adam's House Cat, but extended an offer for me to come stay. We sat outside. It was a bit chilly, but we sat outside, ate by the pond. I cooked off the tailgate of the truck. Well, a loosely used term because the tailgate's off. But we just had a good time. And their daughter kept me beyond entertained. I've always been a firm believer of food is healing in more ways than one. Aside from the nourishment value, it truly brings people together in ways that you just don't really realize. Food, for me, is a blessing and a curse. Makes my pants tight because I just can't walk away from it, especially bread and bacon grease. But in my field of work, because I work in dental, and what I've always attributed is there's a connection between total body health, your teeth, and eating, because everything you do centers around a meal. Birth, death, marriage, divorce, birthday, travels, and most everybody remembers your meal. You remember the time, you remember the fellowship, you remember the friends, you remember if it was good, and you definitely remember if it was bad. So for me, food is totally encompassing in total body health, because that's what sustains you and it brings you a lot of joy. So for me, meals and meal time is very, very personal for me. So last night, Jason called to check in, and their daughter, I put him on FaceTime with their daughter, and she told Jason, she says, "I'm sorry, Polly's not coming home. She's staying." So I'm going to stay one more night at this host family site, and we're going to cook again tonight. We're going to break bread, and we're going to have a jolly good time. I just know it, because it's just the kind of people. South Carolina has been beyond delivering in the warm welcoming and just the fellowship. But again, I will tell everybody, yes, it seems scary. For me, there's no fear factor in terms of weirdos. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of weirdos. My fear factor is a truck breaking down. Everything else is just whatever. I can deal with anything else. But this is something I think everybody should do. And I know it seems odd to tell people that you need to get in a camper and just drive around and find a place to stay. When you sit in a moment and you get to enjoy the moment, you get to see what's around you, you meet new people. It is truly a soul cleansing experience. Now, I do have an idea for Jason that this might be a business adventure, that I could be Chef Without Borders, and we do a different situation. We could get the bread truck going to where I could do mobile kitchen and just roll around, pop a squat in people's driveway, and they pay for an experience to have a chef come cook them a meal in their front yard with literally that grill he found on the side of the road one day, taking the boys to school one morning for me. So it was a free grill. All he did was make a plate for it out of a piece of stainless steel. Other than that, it was originally a propane grill, portable one, and the propane lines were burnt out of it, so he just put a stainless steel plate in it, and I've been using charcoal ever since. So it was a free grill on the side of the road. I think he got that, would have to be at least 6-7 years ago. Out of this camper, it's a 1972 that was given to us 6-7 years ago, that it took me 7 months to redo, and just a passion to eat good no matter where we're at. So might be a business adventure, Chef Without Borders. I don't know. Want to see what he says. And I can get away from the humdrum of just going to a 9 to 5. Well, loosely used term there, because I don't work 9 to 5. But this is me checking in. So Shanna gets the